Good morning, everybody. Heading out to the ladder stand today. Try and get a couple. Get in there quiet. Fill my final tag. I've had 2 gobblers so far this year. During the fall, so got one more turkey tag to fill. Got all day today to be out here if I want, depending on how it goes. Hopefully it won't take that long, but I took 2 in the fall, so that gives me one more tag to fill this spring. Every time I've come out 3 times, 3 or 4. Every time I've come out, I've seen something as far as turkeys go. But either couldn't tell if they were gobblers or hens, toms or hens, or couldn't get a shot on them. Just a little too far away for the shotgun. What I'm comfortable with, I'm comfortable up to about 35-40 yards. And hopefully we'll get one in that range today from the ladder stand. Going to try and get up all nice and quiet. I'd like to have been out here about a half hour ago and be up in the stand about 15 minutes ago, but that didn't work out. So we shall see what happens. I will give you an update, hopefully with a turkey, here shortly. Alright, so it is about 9 o'clock. I was sitting up in the stand. I left my phone in the car, so I didn't get any of this on camera, unfortunately. But had probably about 2 hens and a gobbler, or I think a gobbler, crossed from my right to left in front of me, but never got in range for me to take a shot on. And then probably about 8 o'clock, I had one cross the other direction from left to right in front of me. A little bit closer, but still nothing I could get a shot on because of all the branches and stuff. But started calling a little bit. Heard a bunch of gobbles around that time, and I kind of given up on that. But just for the heck of it, pulled out the call. Tried one more time and heard a gobble behind me. I thought he was in front of me at first, but he turned out being behind me. So I had to spin around in my tree stand, take a funky shot on him. Didn't even have a good, real good position on the shotgun for the shot. The butt was sticking in my bicep, right about there on that little branch there. So my bicep is kind of bruised right now, but I went ahead, didn't mean to take the shot immediately, but gun went off, busted me in the face, I think, up in the cheek, and this is what I got. Not a very big one, but good color on them. I don't see any spines, so I think he was young. Doesn't have much of a spread on his back here. Like I said, no spurs, but it's got a small beard up here. Probably about 6-8 inches. So, successful day. First time I've ever filled my entire turkey tags. All my turkey tags. God, look at that color, though. I love that color. I want to go back up in the stand real quick. Make sure everything's packed up. I did actually. I said that I to take the shot immediately, and you'll see this when I bring up when I'm up there and record. But I actually hit a branch, took a chunk out of the branch, probably about 3 yards in front of me. I thought I had missed him because of that, but he was out there laying on the ground. So anyway, successful day, first successful hunt on this of this year, as far as like calendar year. But get them in the cooler real quick, get them on ice, and get them home, get plucking. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You all have a good one. Alright, so this is where I was sitting this morning, where I had 3 cross down here. I caught sight of them right about there, and then they went over the side of the hill over there. Then that was about, I don't know, 7:30ish, I think. And then caught sight of one heading across here that looked like it went up over this ridge up here. And that was about 8:15. I tried calling a couple times. Then I started hearing gobbling over that direction. But it turns out it was coming from down this way. Now, that's where I shot mine. And what I had to do was twist around this direction to get them. And he was down beyond this pile of white stuff. If you look, you see that there's 2 trees just beyond that green stuff there. He was down in there. a little bit beyond, right about in there, right in the center of the frame. And here's the real interesting part. When I took my shot, I was sitting up a little bit higher than I am right now. Oh, I've lost it. Okay, if you actually look at this branch, where'd you go? You zoom out here. If you look right there, that is where my shell, my shotgun shell, went through. And this red thing right there is the sabot, savet, whatever you want to call it, that got shot out the end of the gun. So I guess I was very fortunate even to hit that thing. But beggars can't be choosers when you've been up here since probably mid-October, I think was the last one I got. I might have got a turkey after that, but it's been a while coming up here quite often. And just for some information, anyway, over here we've cleared out most of the little stuff and planted some a little food plot, not really a food plot, more like a hunting plot. Trying to get them coming in during the day. Runs from up this direction down to about that corner where I shot the turkey. Down around in there. And you might be thinking that it's really close to my stand. Actually, there's that orange marker right there is one corner of it. You might be thinking that it's really close to where my stand is, but we're gonna have switchgrass. Hopefully will be popping up there to kind of block it off from this way. It's not meant to be like a full-time food source, just something to draw them from over where they sleep, bed down. And then we've got a little water hole right there. I've still got a little bit of work to do on it before time to go. And then if they're hungry, hopefully they'll keep going over here, or I can catch them coming from the food plot to the watering hole. Just trying to give some options. I also have another stand over some trees on the other side of the power lines there so I'm not just sitting in the same one all the time, but that's a climber and it's really hard to get up in quietly, so that's why I went out to this one today, because it was so late getting out, or I was so late getting out. But anyway, just a little bit of rundown what happened, a little bit of a post-mortem, I guess, for the turkey. I'd say overall fairly successful. I'm happy. If you wouldn't mind it if you like this video, subscribe, like, all that. Comment, let me know if you have any ideas what I could do different. But anyway, I appreciate it, guys.